All right. Probably won't get too many folks in here. Oh, that'd be russet. Alright. Just run for a minute. Hey, Nick, you're the first one in this morning, I think. I'm going to show the cuffs here in a second. Oh, we're up to 3. All right, now we're starting to roll. And I missed that one. Let me finish this and I'll get caught up here. All right. Yeah, Steve, good thing. Yeah, because I just drew out a bunch of patterns, and that's how much leather I've got right there. I got just enough room to fit one more on there. So I'm going to have to order leather, and I got a... Doug, hey! I was going to get a hold of you. Are you still looking for a Patterson holster? Because I got you marked down with a question mark. But yeah, Steven, I'm going to have to order some leather here. Might have to order a smaller amount than I've been ordering, because I don't know if I can catch up enough to get that one paid, all the leather paid, but we'll make it work here one way or the other. Tell you right now, though, if I'm going to start doing this leather work for a more permanent professional basis, my prices are going to have to increase quite a bit. But yeah, I thought I'd just kind of give you all an update. I'm trying to work on some holsters. Anything that's been currently ordered, I'm trying to get done here before Christmas. So yeah, trying to get caught up here. I've got 5 or 6 that are sitting here that I'm trying to get caught up on. Whoops, let's see here. And if you've ordered one, you're wondering where it's at, I got a stack of boxes right here I'm getting ready to take to the post office here as soon as I get done with this. I was hanging on to some of them because I was going to do a chat on Saturday, and of course that didn't pan out. I wound up getting a migraine. Yeah, it's one of those things that Nick on there, yeah, it's like I have to order so much leather because I order a side at a time. Granted, this side that I just ordered didn't last that long. That one section I can fit one holster in is what's left, but the other side I had quite a bit of waste because some of that just was not very good leather on there. I was thinking about just starting to order bins so I wouldn't have to deal with all that extra, but talking $4 a square foot more and 20 square feet, another $80 for that. So yeah, I'd be paying $300 for a bend. I think I'll just keep ordering the sides. But I don't want to move away from Herman Oak because I'm really liking the quality that I'm getting out of it, or the quality products I'm getting out of it. I ain't real fond of the quality of the leather I'm getting, but I can turn it into something. But there's probably going to be 2 pairs of cowboy cuffs come up for sale here pretty soon if anybody's interested in a set. Yeah, I've thought about ordering like the 5 hide rolls from Springfield. And that's $1,000. I won't be sitting on that much though. And yeah, I think here before too long I'm going to have to just go out and find a regular job again because this leather job is not paying. Just start doing it as a side gig again. Alright, well, there's one done. So this one, the guy that ordered it wanted a black one with spots. It's going to be fancied up like, I don't even have it in here. I've got one that I made. It's got a bunch of spots on it, so we're going to fancy this one up like that. Yeah, make it look real nice. But I was trying to get all my ones cut out that are going to get black dye on them because I'm going to run out and do some dyeing this morning. I've come to the conclusion I'm not going to waste my time trying to use the airbrush on black. It don't matter on the density of the coat on that, it's just going to be black. Not like on the browns where I can control the richness of the color by how much I put on. And too bad I already boxed up. Yeah, I had somebody order one. They wanted a little lighter color, so I just held the thing a little further away from the airbrush. It turned out real nice. More of a rusted. I'm using fibings. Just your cheap fibing stuff. Nice thing about the airbrush is it does reduce the amount that I'm using. But being I'm just doing black on these, I don't have to worry about cleaning that sucker twice because I've got this one set of cowboy cuffs that I gotta get done here. I gotta put some russet dye on them, so I only gotta clean it once while it's cold out there. I'll be happy. Actually, I might as well get these other 2 holsters here done too because I gotta have the russet on them. But anyway, yeah, this is so that one cuff that I was doing on the chat the other day. That's how she turned out. I still need quite a bit of practice, but that's probably the best tooling I've ever done. But see, Todd B. I was in Amish country in Pennsylvania and bought some very nice leather handmade belts from them. Nice. I've been thinking about getting into belts, but man alive, you have to buy a lot of leather for that. So yeah, anyway, I got the twin to this one. I'm about halfway done on the tooling. I still got to do all the little twirly grass thingies, whatever you call them, and do some backgrounding. But I'm working on that. And these ones aren't lined. I learned my lesson. So they're not lined. They should fit. They fit me real good. I put stitching in this, tied it up the other day. Fits me real nice. I'm going to put some russet on these, and then I'll antique them. But if anybody wants them bad enough, I'd be willing to part with them. We'll start it at $250 if anybody wants them. And I guess if they don't sell after that for a while, I'll lower the price down or hang on to them, one of the two. But I'd like to actually hang on to them, but I can always make another pair. But yeah, they feel real nice. Oiled the hell out of this one. Yeah, fits real good. So the only thing is I forgot to put tape on the back of this, and it stretched a little bit. That's probably why it fits so good. It's not real tight. Yeah, Nick, I learned my lesson on that. That other pair is sitting over there, and yeah, they're a little too tight, but that other pair I'd let go for about 200, I think. Really like to let them go here pretty soon, but I kind of screwed up when I put my antique on there. I got some on the inside in the liner, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell them for what I want to sell them for or not. Alright, do this, except that was on the wrong side, dummy. Do that, and that, and that. I'm gonna worry about the top one. So anyway, yeah, that's I'll have to grab these other ones here that I'm doing. That what the heck did I do with them? These are the other ones I'm working on here today. I gotta get done today. These are the ones that are probably gonna go to the Lions Club. I did that serpentine border stamping, and as you can see, I'm not very good at it. I got a lot of practice I'm gonna have to do with that tool. A lot of practice. This one looks a hair better, but it ain't the greatest. But yeah, these will be the snap kind, so I'll have 2 snaps on here. Put that around, lace it, and then they'll just kind of snap over, and hopefully that's enough to hold them. These ones, if somebody wanted to pair it like this with a snap and just a basic border or treeling, I could probably do these for about 100. All right, let's check the chat here. Yeah, Nick, I'm just starting on those cowboy cuffs, and I'll see if I can get them to sell, but we'll see what happens when I get these this fancy one done, if I can get them to sell. Okay, where was I at here? You know what, I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah, that's Todd, I do have a Facebook page. I just don't ever post anything on it. And I have an Instagram. But the website thing, I've thought about it. I looked into it. I had a website all set up and designed one day. Not too terrible long ago. Well, it's been a few years ago that I did that. But anyway, the cost for me to have the website at the time exceeded what I was making for holsters, and being I was going to be making money on that website, because that's where I was going to sell my holsters through, they was going to charge me a monthly fee plus a percentage, and so I just decided that let's keep doing it the way I'm doing it. One of these days I'll have a website, but it's not going to be real soon. I think I can poke holes in that after the fact. Bevel this edge a little bit right here, though, while I'm thinking of it. Well, the problem is, and I do have an Etsy page, Todd. I never make enough to put over there. It's usually just leftovers, and there's going to be some leftovers go over on that Etsy page here pretty soon. But yeah, the Facebook thing, the reason I don't sell on the Facebook thing is because I'm making holsters, and I got in trouble because I posted a picture of a holster with a gun in it, and they had an absolute hissy fit. So I don't post much over there on Instagram. I don't post prices or anything. I just post my work. But yeah, oh, there's so much BS that goes into trying to do all that. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a website so I didn't have to. One of the reasons so I don't have to go through PayPal for making money. I really would like to avoid that, but it's easier than keeping track of cashier's checks and all that other stuff. All right, these go to the black dye pile, which are going to get done this morning, first thing. And I've got, I got one more out there, and then I got 3 or 4 or 5 here that I got to go to the russet pile. So that's what's on the menu today. But yeah, if you want to get a holster from me, it'd be a good idea to order from me now. Because I'm moving out of this place here at the end of the year. And depending on where I wind up at that point, I may not be able to run my dye machine. Because I ain't going to have a garage to go do it in. So I may have to shut down in January. Hopefully it'll be a temporary shutdown, but it could be prolonged. Nick, the only thing I got against dip dyeing is that makes a mess. I've tried it, and I don't like it at all. Plus, it gets dye on the inside, which, you know, on a Slim Jim like this, not a big deal, but you get it on a double loop holster, especially with black, gets on that suede. I don't care how much sealer you put on that. It will rub black on everything. And it's bad enough with when you put it on the smooth side. When you get it on that sueded side, oh Jesus. That's one of the reasons why my Bohannon holsters have gone from being dyed black all the way through like they were in the movie to being just black on the outside, is because they was rubbing black everywhere. I had one customer mention that about it getting on his blue jeans, and I did seal it. So I just, man alive, I think that got up to almost 10 ounce right there on that edge. Holy Moses. That did not want to cut. Hey, Sabater. It's doing all right. Haven't taken any high velocity ducks to it here lately. Holy Moses. Alright, I'm afraid on that one I'm going to have to get the hole punch. Which means I got to put the big rock back up here. You know, I kind of wished I had a bigger granite slab, but then when I have to move this thing around to get it out of my way, I'm glad I bought the small one, because it is so much nicer to move around. Let's go with a number 12. Todd, I'd carry a single action army. Send cartridge wouldn't be my first choice, but I'd do it. Yeah, I have done it. Granted, I much prefer a double action if I'm going to carry a revolver, but single action army will get the job done. I think that's the first time this cutter's ever been used. Got this set for cheap, and they're really good. I'm going to have to get one of those sharpening tools that they have for them. Because I noticed the one that I use a lot, I think it's that one right there, is starting to roll. But 30 bucks. Seems like everything I want to buy here lately is 30 bucks or more. It's like before I move out of here, I'm going to have to buy some replacement things. And all that up to about 35, 40 bucks. So everything's nickel and diamond, nickel and diamond, nickel and diamond. Ooh, cut that one a little short. Get that buffed up. All right. Franklin says he's first day back at work. Congrats. If you enjoy your work. If you don't enjoy your work, well then my condolences. Franklin, granite works better. It's good and solid, and you don't think there's that much difference, but it's something in the density of the stone. And so granite works better. I know guys that have used marble, but there's professionals out there. Oh, Jesus, that was close. I thought that thing was getting dull, but man, it had a razor edge. I tipped that just as I was trying to wipe that piece of leather off the end there, and I felt it grab, but it didn't go deep. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I've heard, professionals, talk about it, and it seems like granite works the best. And you'd think, because I'm a degreed geologist, I would know why that more specific on that, but yeah, I think it comes down to the density of the stone and absorbs the reverberations better. But I can tell you, I notice quite a bit of difference on this. Like if I put this piece of leather down and try to hole punch it directly on my cutting mat, it won't. It just bounces. It will not break that skin of that leather. I put this cutting board on top of this chunk of granite, one whack and it'll go right through. really what I'd love to have is like what my uncle has set up on his, which is he's got a big chunk of granite or marble or whatever. I don't know what it was, but that thing is huge. And, you know, it's countertop, piece of old countertop. So it sets and takes up the majority of his table. And then we can put the cutting mat on top of that. And then, yeah, it's just, that's the workstation. It's got one spot on there where my bottle of dye tipped over and I didn't catch it in time. Yeah, Franklin Tombstone. Yeah. It's like one guy said, you know, you got to die sometime. You're going to have to buy a tombstone. Buy it now, and at least you'll get to some enjoyment out of the damn thing. Alright, move that out of the way. Need that. Need that. So I run the edge here. All right. All right. Get this kind of done out here. Try to get this one finished edged here, and I'll look at the comments. The only thing I don't like about using a round hole punch when you cut your end holes, I can never get things to line up quite right, and there's always a little bump. All right, let's see here. Our Saber says carried an 1860 Army made into a snub nose for a while. Only thing is sucked to the grip. I've got a Navy grip on now, slightly better. Yeah, I mean, you know, carrying a captain ball ain't the worst if that's all you got. But nostalgia could get you the CMH coffin with a metal handle. Let's see, 6 granite pieces goes moving. Shows. Yeah, this is a nice transportable. H&R top breaking 38 Smith & Wesson. I don't care, or I don't know what has a heavier trigger, that or I never shot a Ruger Saboteur, so I'll take your word on that one. So anyway, right, got one more just about ready to go here. Usually I punch the holes before I go and dye. I'm not going to bother with that. I've noticed it doesn't really make that much difference. You can't see it. Now, if I was to groove it after I dyed it, yeah, you'd see that white line run right through the middle of that. Okay, this goes to the rusted pile. Alright, I don't even know where to start on this one. I'll start over here and then I can cut it off and don't have to worry about mangling around this big piece. And this Herman oak is kind of aggravating. Sometimes you get some that's so dense you can't cut it or the crap. And then turn around and that same piece just cuts like butter. Yeah, Sabater, I know what you mean there too. I've done that a time or two, and then I get where I'm going, and then I feel naked as a jaybird. Oh, God bless it. I got to cut toe plugs yet. Okay, that's a good piece. I don't want to throw that in the rest of the scrap. That's a good holster piece. I might be able to get a holster out of that yet. All right. Nick, it's supposed to be 8 to 9, but it ranges from about 6 to 10. Get down on the belly parts and it's about 6, and get up here towards the spine area and it's, or up here on this end, and it's about 10. Me and Herman Oak ain't exactly having the best luck with each other here the last couple orders. There's one Craftsman one I ordered, and the only thing wrong with it is it had an extra large hole, and it wasn't that big of a hole. So I thought, what the heck, you know, I was just going to order Craftsman and order this Craftsman. It's got a white streak down the middle of it, which you can see a little bit there. And big old brand that I had to cut around, so I lost about a holster of that big brand. Cause it must have been an animal that they, I don't know why they use such a big brand on it, but that was not a typical brand on there. It was nasty and gnarly, and I heard of people using the brands to make pretty thing. Well, you couldn't even make this brand look good. It was pretty gnarly. And it went straight to the garbage can because like there's nothing in there worth saving. Alright, just to make my life a little easier, I'm going to put this big hole punch down here on the bottom. It's actually a pretty easy way to go. I need to give this a strop right quick before it gets so dull that I have to stone it, or I had to stone it this morning because it wouldn't cut where the damn, I think it's because it took nosedive off and hit the tile floor, and it's a wonder I didn't break the blade. Let's see, Franklin says H&R top brakes and double action have a trigger with pull that starts heavy and ends light. I pull my trigger halfway back before I aim. Yeah, I had a chance to buy one of those, and I thought I could get lucky and I wouldn't have to worry about the ATF form with it. And then found out it was made 1 year too late. And it wasn't in working condition anyway. And then the reason why I didn't bring it home in the end was there was like 4 days wait because Colorado was so backlogged on background checks at that time. And I didn't want to wait 4 days for I think it was $100 gun, if that. And I mean, I probably could have got it up and running and just needed a handful of parts replaced. The rifling was really good. Barrel was in really good shape. Just needed some small springs and such. And I needed a new ejector because somebody had pirated the ejector out of it, but or extractor. All right. This one I don't have to worry about doing the toe plug in. Except I should have measured that before I cut it. Oops. All right, let's see what we got here. Come on. This one is definitely going to need a good helping of oil. Holy crap. That thing is stiff. Yeah, it could be I'm bending it the wrong way too because I'm going against the grain. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong all along, is I've been cutting in the wrong direction. That ain't real terrible. It's not as bad as that one Herman Oak where if I'd have done that with it, it would have snapped right down the middle just like a cracker. God bless it, this thing does not want to cooperate. All right, you don't want to go that way, we'll go this way. Never ever line up right. All right, it's going to be on the back side. Screw it. It's close enough for government work. Alrighty. Where'd you go? There it is. All right. So yeah, probably not gonna run this chat real long this morning, but if anybody out there is looking for cowboy cups or anything, let me know. I should probably start doing a few more YouTube shorts here, and maybe I could advertise some more on there, but this thing finished up here, and I'll read the chats, and then we're probably going to sign off for the day so I can get out and get these dyed. Actually, I got to cut the... Where did I put the belt loops? These ones. Right there. Do the belt loops real quick, and then we'll shut her down. You know, after I cut that out, I don't know if I want to use that for a walker or not. That's where you get down there where it's only like 5, 6, maybe 7 ounce weight. That's pretty light. That's got to go on a walker holster. I may cut that one again. All right. Well, even though I'm not saying a whole lot, sounds like we've got a pretty active side chat there. This one's going for a navy holster. It'll be fine on that lighter weight leather. Alright, yeah, I'll get finished up here. All right. Franklin Horst, I have never done a hair-on holster, actually. Never had an order for one. And to be honest with you, by the time I buy something with the hair on it, depending on what the hair is, it's going to be expensive. That being said, I do have one that I've been working on. It's just been going to be for me, but it's a Patterson holster, and it's made out of a buffalo hide with the tail on it. So I've been working on that one for years. I need to get it done. But anyway, like I said, we're probably going to run this short here today, so I'm probably going to sign off for now so I can go get some stuff done. But yeah, if you got any idea or want to order anything, let me know. I'll try to get some stuff done here before Christmas. But if you haven't got an order in by Christmas at least, it's probably going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to be probably, like I said, have to shut down for the month of January, but hopefully I can get these out, get paid, and I can order some leather, and maybe I might be able to squeeze a few more out before then. So anyway, thanks for joining in. We'll catch you all later on the next one.